Okay then. So then we will move on to the Knights versus the Eels. The Knights with a couple enforced changes. Hoy now to the wing immediately. That's a big scream out for me. Edric Lee gone with a suspected broken arm. And Toa now onto the bench as well with, the usual runner forwards. Jones coming into the bench as well. Guerra moved off the bench into the second row. It's a pretty bleak outlook for the Knights right now, based on coming up against the competition leaders in Parramatta. And it's got to be said, even with a few changes to the Parramatta side, they still, to a man, look pretty strong.
My mouth salivates at this contest. Not necessarily from a Parramatta Eels perspective, but just from God, it looks so good. Just listen to this forward pack. Clemmer, Saifidi, Fitzgibbon, Guerra, SAS. Guerra probably stands out as the weak link there, but if you think about it, 3 years ago, he was an Australian rep. Of course, you have McCulloch in there too. I'm excluding the hookers out of this. Against Campbell Gillard, Junior Paulo, Lane, Mattison, Nathan Brown. Tell me that does not make your mouth salivate.
It's going to be a big bust up in there.
A 4 p.m. Sunday game at McDonald's Jones with probably 8 or so thousand in there. Oh, give me that. I think what we'll see at the end of the week is Toa go to the wing and Tex Hoy back to the bench. I can't see Hoy starting there, especially if he goes against Sivo, because he's going to get run over.
That would be, as far as suicidal decisions go, that would be way up there. Putting someone, Tex Hoy, yeah, okay, he's played in the middle a little bit. He's come up against some big players. Sivo at full speed, trundling down the sideline, is not like being in the middle coming against a prop when you've got a couple of players around you. Hoy is going to struggle there. Any winger's going to suffer. And I'll look to the edges. I mean, Bradman Best, Heimel Hunt, Ineri Tuala, and Tex Hoy. They're not anywhere close for me to Sivo, Jennings, Wonga, Blake, and Ferguson. If the Eels push it to the edges, and they have a habit of doing that, then you won't take the forward pack out of the game completely. The forward pack will be just essentially used to limit the Knights' meters, and the Eels will go to the edges and they'll start running over players.
The one thing that I think will hamper the Eels is Jai Field, and I'm not saying this because he's not a good player. We saw that last week. He ran rampant over the Cowboys, but from what I saw in the stands, I haven't gone back and watched the game broadcast. It looks like he can only attack on one side.
Yes.
He supports very well around the back on Ferguson's wing, but he doesn't generally give it. He's more than willing to be out the back and to give to Jennings or to Sivo. So if the Knights are able to slide and shut down the attacking options for Sivo and Jennings, get on them really early, they've got a chance here. But if not, Sivo, assuming Hoy is still there, is going to have a field day. In terms of, I do want to say also very, very quickly, Stefano, let's see if I can get this one right. Utoikamanu? I think so. I'm going to give that a pretty good guess. I'm sorry if I butchered it. Getting his debut finally for Parramatta, probably a couple of weeks too late, or a couple of years too late, sorry, with him going to the Tigers in all likelihood next year. But really good to see him getting a start, a big, beefy body. He's going to have some fun going up against Clemmer, the Saifidi twins, and Solo. My betting tip for this one, Sivo anytime try scorer and Para to win is $2.40 for the win try combo on Sportsbet. I will have a quick look and see if we can get some better value on the same game multi. I highly doubt it. Anytime try scorer, old mate, Micah. Micah also. Oh yeah, you can get Eels to win and Micah Sevo anytime try scorer for 270 is the same game multi. Use that instead of Sevo score Eels win on the singles. I'm going with that.
Yeah, I'd be leaning towards that as well. I mean, Sevo's in exceptional form. For last week, you got to think that he's going over again this week against a substantially smaller back five. I mean, the Eels, as mentioned, Field is a support player. Brown, although he's wearing the 6, will play as the 7, and Field will just be there, moving the ball around a little bit and getting into a few gaps. The Eels, for me, even with the forward pack, I don't see the Knights standing up in this one. I'd say Eels minus 3.5 at very least. I think you could even push it out to 5.5, and that way it covers you on the converted try. The Eels they look the part this season. It does honestly look like if they can hold up this good towards the back end of the season and be consistent through the finals, it honestly I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eels, lifting the trophy at the end of the year.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me as a Parramatta supporter is the lack of big game experience for the Eels when it gets to that part of the season. We saw that last year, how they kind of crumbled a little bit under the pressure. Hopefully the roster is better off for the experience, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not holding my hopes up just yet, but I am starting to save some money for a grand final ticket, just saying.